Navigating Emerging Markets, a new strategic blueprint for winning. I never imagined I would ever write a book, but sometimes the dot connects backward and the universe conspires to make things happen. Now, with the book finally in our hands, the feeling is incredible, a mix of pride, gratitude, and excitement all at once. It all began in June 2009, past midnight, when the chairman called, "We are exiting India." After 5 years of building Excite, eight multi brand electronics stores across seven cities in India, employing over 300 people and investing millions of dollars, the door suddenly closed. It was a devastating, life altering moment. That night, one question stayed with me: what does it take to succeed in markets where rules are unwritten, unstable, and unforgiving? That question became the inspiration for this book. Drawing on decades of experience in China, India, and the Middle East, and teaching doing business in emerging markets at Berkeley House for the last 3 years, our book offers a practitioner's lens with an eight-step framework and over 40 case studies of both success and failure across industries and geographies. Here is what I learned. Emerging markets are not smaller version of developed one. What worked in home markets may not work here. As Tadashi Yanai, Uniqlo's founder, once believed, when in Rome, do as Romans do. But that idea did not work in China. Uniqlo had to alter its strategy, and today it runs nearly 900 stores there and has become the largest apparel retailer in China. Best Buy, on the other hand, tried to copy its big box, service led, US centric business model and exited China. The opportunity in emerging markets is massive: 4 billion consumers, a rising middle class, and cities alive with digital energy. As Ram Charan, the renowned management thinker, said, the world has tilted. Its economic center of gravity has shifted from west to fast developing emerging markets like China, India, Brazil, and Middle East. By 2050, the emerging markets could comprise almost 50% of global GDP, while G7, the developed market share, declines to just over 20%. Emerging markets represent 70% of global growth and 80% of world's population. By 2026, annual consumption will reach $30 trillion, the biggest growth opportunity in capitalism history, as per McKinsey. Online is growing at an accelerated rate in China, India, and Middle East, creating new business models and leapfrogging in tech-based innovation. These markets have distinct culture, demographics, and consumer behaviors. As Tarun Khanna and Krishna Palepu wrote, emerging markets are not just countries with low income, they are the economies with great opportunities for those willing to navigate complexities. But success will depend on one thing: execution with local insights. IKEA, Zara, Decathlon, Starbucks, Costco, McDonald's, Sephora, Aldi, Mercedes, Cummins, McKinsey, and KFC, and many, many more show how local adaptation, digital integration, and innovation can turn complexity into competitive advantage. This book organizes this journey into five stages of winning in emerging markets: a clear, structured roadmap for leaders to succeed, not just survive. I'm deeply humbled and grateful that Dr. Deepak C. Jain, the first Indian to serve as Dean of a US business school at Kellogg and also Dean at INSEAD, wrote the foreword. Dr. Jagdish N. Seth, Distinguished Professor of Marketing at Emory, endorsed it as the most comprehensive and practical framework for companies to succeed in emerging markets. I had the privilege of co authoring with two remarkable collaborators. First, Karthik Naidu, my former MBA student at Berkeley Haas, and senior manager at LinkedIn, ensuring every lesson is constructive and actionable, and Professor Vijay Vishwanathan, Associate Dean at Northwestern Medal, whose expertise across Asia and Middle East shape rigorous and practical frameworks. Special thanks to Professor Clayton Critcher, Chair of Marketing Group at Berkeley House, for his support and guidance all these years, and to my MBA students whose curiosity and energy inspired much of this work. I'm also grateful to my students over the past 14 years at IIM Ahmedabad, IIM Udaipur, Berkeley Haas, and Northwestern, and to countless senior executives at executive programs, especially at Reliance Retail, whose insights have deeply shaped my thinking, and to my mentor who guided my academic journey, Professor Piyush Sinha, Samir Barua, Abhinandan Jain from IIM Ahmedabad, Professor Janat Shah and Ashok Banerjee from IIM Udaipur, Professor Shrikant Datar, Brian Hall, and Rajiv Lal, Harvard Business School, a heartfelt thank you. This book is dedicated to my wife Saloni and my son Siddhant. Their love, support, and encouragement made this milestone possible. Emerging markets are no longer optional. They are engine of global growth. This book equips CEOs, investors, consultants, and students to thrive, not just survive. The book, Navigating Emerging Markets, is now available on Amazon in both paperback and Kindle. Gift it to a colleague, a student, or a friend. Share the lessons, the stories, and the insights. Every copy helps spread knowledge, inspires action, and prepare leaders to succeed where it matters most. This is just the beginning of our exploration into emerging markets. This book is part of my mission to spread knowledge and inspire future leaders to successfully navigate high growth economies. I welcome your thoughts and would greatly appreciate it if you share this with your network and leave a review of this book. Thanks for watching and thanks a lot.